Greetings everyone, this is Chris McKee with Alamo Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. Today we are bringing you a full review of the Taylor 618E acoustic guitar. The 618E represents a guitar in the 600 series lineup that is a grand orchestra model. Now, Andy Powers at Taylor Guitars designed the grand orchestra as a new model from the bottom up several years ago. And quintessentially, this is perhaps the closest thing that we can come to saying an acoustic guitar sounds like a grand piano. To say that is not just pie in the sky superlatives. This guitar sounds incredible. Now, this model is available throughout the Taylor lineup, but I happen to love the 600 series particularly because of some of the features that the 600 series has and what the maple does along with this body shape. So let's talk about some of the features and the kind of sound that you're going to get playing this guitar. So like I said, it's a grand orchestra model. This is the largest in Taylor's lineup. It basically falls into what we would usually consider a jumbo category. But while it does the things that a jumbo does well, it doesn't have some of the shortcomings that a jumbo body guitar often has. What are those? Well, a guitar that is a jumbo body is usually known for having a lot of rich bass, a lot of low end, sometimes an overpowering amount of it, and it's known for being loud. And that's mostly it. They don't respond well to a light touch because of the large size of the soundboard. You have to put more energy into it in order to get it to respond. And you don't usually have a lot of chime or balance out of it from the treble side or really across the spectrum of sound because it's so kind of focused on the low end of it. You get this boom, and then that's about it. A byproduct of that volume is that you also don't usually have a lot of sustain. So you have a kind of a loud hit that comes down pretty quietly. And that's not necessarily a bad thing per se, it is just a characteristic of a jumbo-sized guitar. So Andy basically went out to rectify some of these issues while creating a new body shape for Taylor. It is a large soundboard. It is a deeper body as well. It's 5 inches deep. And so it is a very large guitar. I'm only about 5'8", but I'm pretty comfortable playing on it now. That wasn't always the case. The bracing inside plays an important role in how this guitar responds. So as a grand orchestra model, it is, yes, it's a jumbo-sized guitar, but it responds better than a typical jumbo does. So I can play this dynamically. And what that means is I can get a lot of volume out of it, but I can also pick or finger pick with a lighter touch and still have it respond. So I can play with dynamics. I can play soft and I can play loud through a variety of styles and really get a lot of lush tones out of it. And that's where this guitar particularly shines, is in the lush response. It really is like sitting at a grand piano and playing a chord across several octaves and holding that sustain pedal. You get this luscious, rich response from it. It's not too much bass, it's very, very balanced, but the bass is very present in there along with the treble. So what this guitar allows me to do with the unique bracing that it has is to play things that are a bit more complex sounding, that lend itself to kind of this rich textural music, particularly playing finger style stuff or just long sustained chords. I really, really love it for that. But if you want to play a fast run, particularly in a bluegrass style, that bass is there to reward you with your picking. As a 600 series, it features a Sitka spruce top that is torrefied. What that means is that it has been heat treated in order to make it open up so that you're kind of getting a guitar that's already played in. It's already open, it's already responsive, and it has this nice kind of brownish tint to it. They haven't tinted it. That's from the torrefaction process. The back and sides are maple, which is the hallmark of the 600 series. Beautiful flamed maple that has a hand-rubbed brown sugar stain on it as well as on the mahogany neck. Now this is done in a hand-rubbed fashion so that the finish can be kept thin. 3.5 mils, which is what the 600 series has, along with the new bracing pattern. The back bracing doesn't touch the side on the maple bodies so that maple can really respond, and it uses protein glues to really cause good adherence and vibration transfer through the bracing. Now we say that, let me define that because we don't usually do a good job of that. Protein glues or animal-based glues, hide glues it's often called, dry a little differently. They dry in a crystalline fashion like a pane of glass. Whereas other glues dry in kind of a semi-soft, almost gasket style form, like a rubbery texture. So you can imagine, comparing glass to kind of a rubbery texture, what happens to the vibration. One will pass the vibration through and one will absorb it. So that's the benefit of using protein glues. All of that, the thinner finish, the new bracing, the combination of woods, the torrefaction, the protein glues, all of that basically make up the secret recipe, the secret sauce of the 600 series. And then when you put it on this luscious piano-like body, it's really a fantastic recipe. So I'm going to play this for you. I want you to hear the dynamic range and the lush, nuanced, complex tones that we can get out of this grand orchestra. Hey everyone, I want to thank you for watching the videos that we produce. We put these out to help you choose the right guitar, understand some of the options that are out there, and to showcase some of the latest models that you may not get the opportunity to play in your local music store. If you have benefited or enjoyed watching any of our videos, then I want to tell you how you can help us to make more. We have created a new t-shirt just for guitar nuts like you and me. It's this. It says, I'm a guitar nut. So if you're like me, you are a guitar nut. And if you're also like me, walking around naked is probably an offense. So we want you to have this shirt. Follow the link, go to our website. These are going to be limited time, and you can put in a pre-order for it now. They will be shipping soon. Once they're gone, they're gone. So follow the link below and get your guitar nut shirt that only you and other guitar players will understand with a knowing wink. Thanks again for watching.